Oh, man. Do a little cleanup down here. Get this carpet out too. Hey, rolling this stuff back up. After I got it to sit kind of flat, but gotta get done. Go ahead with the steamer when we get. Hopefully, I get it back in the box. Might go too much. Yeah, it ain't going back in here. Oh, maybe we'll just store it inside the car for now. I need to do is slide the seat in so we can mark the seat out. Kind of get it to where it needs to go. If you know what I mean. A serious problem. Get it in. Without messing the paint up too bad. Or at all. Really should have two people doing this. Steez, what's up? Can you hear me okay? Somebody tried to call and it usually knocks off my live, or at least messes with the sound a little bit. Someone give me a thumbs up if they can hear me. Let's see here. Ah, get to the other side, and as soon as I get it up there, it's gonna flip right up and knock on the ground. All right, so I'm just gonna run one bolt down in here, enough to hold it in position. Keep it from flipping back. That way I can sit in here. Kind of mark out his seating position. So this guy knows exactly where I sit in this seat. We can build a custom bolstered seat for it. I'll show you how we're gonna figure that out. What's up, Jay? This my interior guy is like 2 hours away. Well, it's really hard for him to come out. So this is how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna sit in the seat. We're gonna mark out exactly where I sit and where I want the bolsters to end. And then he'll go from there. A wiring mess in here. Anyway, getting closer to the goal. I made a list up the other day. We've got about 130 some different items that we got to do. Got a pretty big list for starting. I got to go to Buster Radio Garage. He's got a car show going on May 9th in Maysville, Kentucky. So we're going to be there with the car. After that, as soon as he gets back, we're going to get hammering and we're going to get this thing fired up. Wiring, we're going to be starting. Front bumper's got to come off. I got some adjustments that need to be made on there. Back bumper's good, but we got to shim the front bumper somehow. We got to move it towards the driver's side about a half inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch. Then we can start getting everything going. Let me go. There's my tape. So let me see if I can set this camera to where you guys can kind of see what we're doing here. Ah, how's that? Can we kind of see? No, it's that last 10%, man. They always say that last 10% takes 90% of the time, you know? That's where we're at right now. It's exactly where we're at. My little feet. Gotta watch the all the wiring here. So if I want to sit tight, you take this strip of tape. And I'm not gonna go right here at the edge of my thigh. You can't really see it. But I'm gonna go a little bit further in. where I would like the bolster to start hitting me. And then I'm gonna kind of let him figure out how he's gonna do it. Which one am I more concerned about, the outside or the inside? And then we got to match this seat up to the seat that I have down there. I think that's about where I'm gonna have it. You know, those big guys really need these tilt steering columns in these cars. That much is for sure. Wish I could read the chat, but I can't. So I think that's where we're gonna have it right there. Something simple. You guys will really like the idea we're coming up with as far as that goes. I get some trim stop in here. So it'll look right. Thinking, see what we got going on here. Now you can see where I kind of marked it out. Uh so we're gonna do a bench seat, but yeah, they're gonna mimic bucket seats. I really like bench seats. I like buckets, but everybody does buckets, so why not make it a little more difficult and a little more custom and do benches? Uh, I'm thinking You mark that with a marker. I think I got permanent marker on. Everything I have is dry erase. This seems to be doing the trick. Now it'll be up to him to. Yeah, no, the bucket seats definitely belong in the G bodies. Um, I agree. They definitely belong in the G body. That bench seat that they put in the G body, they just don't. I don't know, but you know what? I had a Monte Carlo that one of the I had a Monte Carlo that had a vinyl bench and a partial, and it was floor shift, and it was actually pretty nice little setup. The vinyl bench in the Monte Carlo actually looks pretty good on the older ones, like the really early '80s ones when they were doing that. Kind of like to buy another G body, to be honest with you. I used to tell people for years, start grabbing G bodies up, start grabbing G bodies up. They're the next ones that hit hot. You know what I mean? Um, Jay, have you ever seen the Monte Carlos with the vinyl bench seat? Not the cloth, super plushy. Yeah, those bench seats don't look too bad. They're hard. I mean, them things are like hen's teeth. They are hard to find. I think it was like 78, 79 had them, maybe 80s. I don't think much past 80. I think they started getting more into the super plush, feel like you're driving a lazy boy down the road. I like those bench seats. Um, but see, you can get. I had a CL with that in it. I had another one that had SS style vinyl buckets in it with the full console, but it was not SS. It was ordered that way. No, this one I had was a 79. It had a vinyl bench in it. What's up, Mac? Marking out the seat. Got to take it down to the interior guy. Got all my stuff in today. So we're gonna run the foam down to him. That way he can start sculpting the seats and everything else. Back seat's gonna match uh dark black. Well, not black, dark black, but like a satin black and a dark saddle is what we're going with on the interior. Yeah, the training day Monte Carlos, exactly. Mine had T top in it too. It was actually a really nice car. Then I had an 83 that was a diesel. Only diesel Monte Carlo I had ever seen. I really wish I had uh a picture of it to show you. I don't think I do. Not sure what's backed up and what's not. Actually, you know what? I do have a picture. Here, let me show you what I plan on doing with the interior. I gotta go to the grease spot page. That's gonna be what we're doing with the interior. That's gonna be the door panels. Well, that's what was in it. Is it had that old 350 block in it. It was a diesel. That's what we're doing with the interior. Yeah, it looks good. And like I said, I really like how the bench looks like a bucket, but we're still keeping it a bench seat. Yeah, they're high nickel blocks. That's why. I'd really like to see if I can get someone to make that steering wheel too. Yeah, no, they're high nickel blocks, so they're definitely strong. Well, yeah, I'm talking to Colorado Customs to see if they can get me a price on making a steering wheel. If they can do it within a reasonable price, I'd really like to do it. Um, 'Cause I kind of designed it here. I'll show you the steering wheel I designed it off of. That's the steering wheel I designed it off of. But instead of leaving just the flat bars, I want to do the bullet holes in it. That's steering wheel out of a 50 48 49 50 Buick, if I'm not mistaken. All right. Listen, I'm gonna get going. I gotta get the seat up. I gotta get in the truck. I got a 2 hour drive ahead of me, which is 4 hours on the road. Um, then I gotta stop at the trim guy's place because I gotta drop a grill off because that grill from Corn fits like garbage. Don't buy them. Uh, I also got to stop by Summit and return some stuff, but that's like 6 hours of driving today just getting there. So, got a long day ahead of us. Means I get to get home around midnight tonight. All right, guys, take it easy. Jay, thanks for stopping by, and anybody else in here. Daryl, if you're still hanging, thank you.